We have him. No. He has us. Well, welcome to Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest, the weekly podcast where movie enthusiasts, current and ex-movie theater projectionists, new and old friends, take the time to talk about a movie that we just watched and answer that very question, should or shouldn't you watch this? Wherever there is a Predator movie, the Popcorn Priest is sure to follow. Let's all cool our bodies down, sharpen our hatchets, and try to spot the wavy flurry areas in the trees as we review Dances with Predators, otherwise known as Prey from 2022.
Dances with Predator.
This Friday, the Predator's first hunt on Earth is the movie event you can't miss. Prey, rated R, streaming Friday, only on Hulu.
Only on Hulu.
I would have liked to see this in a theater.
Yeah, I would have too. I did see it in my theater, and it was as close as you can get to seeing.
There were some
theater.
like really beautiful shots. Sorry, I'm just like getting. But yeah, I want to see it in a theater. Screw this just streaming only shit.
Yeah,
You used to be able to tell if it was even good. If it came straight to your thing, you're like, oh, we better be super stoned or it's not going to be good.
I like the fact that there's a movie coming out on Netflix, a high-profile one with Daniel Craig, the Knives Out sequel, and they're releasing it for a week in theaters, and I kind of want to go see it in the theater before I watch it on Netflix. So anyway, cool. We are getting way ahead of ourselves.
Sorry.
I haven't even introduced you, okay?
I haven't been here in a while, man.
It also wouldn't be a Predator pod if I didn't have back reoccurring guest Dr. Dare.
Thank you. Thank you.
He was in the trenches with me as we did a public service and watched all the Predator and Alien movies in order, including the Alien versus Predator movies.
Yeah.
At length. We talked at length about them. So go right now and listen to them. I guarantee you'll find something fun and interesting about those franchises.
Yeah, it's the only interesting thing about me, those podcasts.
It's pretty great. And they're one of our top downloaded podcasts to date.
Yeah,
so
you're welcome.
Thank you. So I have a couple of housekeeping items that I felt like I would be doing a disservice to the listeners if I didn't.
Non-prey related.
This is non-prey related. We'll get to the description in just a second, but I made a comment about a actor stating some things that may not
be an actor that I like.
Morgan Freeman.
Chris.
So I think it was the Top Gun podcast, and I can't remember specifically why.
Yeah, he was great in that.
Yes, Morgan Freeman narrated, "Welcome to Top Gun, where we all..." I can't even do him.
I don't know.
I wish I could do a Morgan Freeman. That would be the best party trick ever. I need to work on that. That's my next goal.
Homework.
Do Morgan Freeman impressions. Yes. Anyway, we were talking about Top Gun and somehow the whitewashing of the Oscars in 2016, and actually it was 2 years in a row that had happened where all white people had been nominated. And I said that he was interviewed and said some things, and I think I tried my best to get his sentiment across, but I don't think I did it justice. So I went and found the interview with him and also an interview with Denzel Washington that I think is actually relevant. So I apologize if you don't want to hear this. Just skip 30. You got that on your phone or wherever you're listening. Just hit that 30 seconds and you'll be done. Okay.
Don't do it, dude. Chris is going to apologize here. It sounds like.
So here's and I don't know the context. He's referencing this guy named Jesse, and I don't know who Jesse is, but that's not the point of this quote. Okay.
Yeah.
This is Freeman. I don't think you're going to get nominated every time you jump out of the box. See, Jesse and I have different agendas. Jesse is a noisemaker. He'll create whatever noise he needs to create it to affect the kinds of changes he wants to affect. Jesse and I want to affect the same kinds of changes, but I like to do it with a different kind of noise. I would never complain that Hollywood is racist when I am one of the people touted as a welcome entity there. If we were to complain, we'd have to say, we can't get work because they won't let us in. But then you're just empowering the they. You don't want to do that because there's already this thing in this country which legitimately, because of our history, has given blacks an underdog mentality. The interviewer
Maybe Reverend Jesse Jackson.
Maybe Jesse.
He's kind of an outspoken.
I bet that's what he's who was referencing.
Yeah.
So the interviewer's name's Fuller. Do you think there's any way to change that? Freeman says, we better change it. As long as you feel like a victim, you are one. There was a scene near the end of Roots in which Alex Haley interviewed George Lincoln Rockwell, the leader of the Nazi Party, for Playboy magazine. It was like James Earl Jones and Marlon Brando. They laugh. Haley asked Rockwell why he hated blacks, and he said, because you never did anything. You're always whining and moaning, but you never made a contribution. And we can all sit here and listen to that and think, gee, I don't know of any contribution we made other than picking cotton and moaning. But that's not true at all. We have glorious history here. We fought every war. We've done everything there is to guarantee our right to whatever rights there are to be had by Americans. So, okay, if you have the right to rights, then take them. I don't feel like I've got to ask for anything. So that's the interview that I heard.
That's a great response, and I think you need Reverend Jesse Jackson. You know, you don't have an opportunity to progress unless you make people uncomfortable. And I don't think Morgan Freeman's I don't think he should have to risk his career to do that. When you have someone like Reverend Jesse Jackson who's more than happy to, if the pendulum swings, you got to push it past the middle in order to get that change. And he can be the catalyst for that. And Morgan Freeman, that's a really well-spoken and still very supportive sentiment,
And I like how articulate he was about it.
Yeah.
He's a great actor.
You have these rights. Quit asking for them and go get them.
Yeah.
Again, some of this is all an oversimplification, but great sentiment.
The point here was to get the quote, right?
Yeah.
And then I found another one in my research that I thought was really cool by Denzel Washington, and he's being interviewed
This
as
is
well.
probably a famous one.
So here's the question posed. Do you think the studio system gives black actors enough chances to play leading roles? Well, this is Denzel. Well, I don't even know what the studio system is, first of all. I don't think there's a system. It's a bunch of people scrambling trying to get rich. That's all it is. There's no committee that sits around and goes, this is the system. It's like, hey, if Joe Black suddenly makes us $100 million, find me 10 more Joe Blacks. I think that's the nature of the business. I think that the business is toughest on women, white or black. You hit 40 and they get rid of you. But the guy can be 70 years old and somehow he still gets the 25-year-old girl. I think that there's definitely room for improvement on the administrative side. There hasn't been a black studio head, but it's not the studio's job to care about you. People tell stories that they know. What do you mean? He asks. I don't think that you can make a story about an inner city African American in Philadelphia. I don't think so. I don't think I could make a film about what it is to be 16 and growing up in Berlin because I don't know it. You write about what you know, and there are economic ceilings. A movie about a 16-year-old kid from Berlin, they might not spend $100 million to make that movie in Hollywood. Does that mean they're prejudiced against 16-year-old kids from Berlin? Guy says, true. Often people try and read too much into these things. Denzel says, someone asked me, oh, do you think it's racism that you didn't win the Oscar for Malcolm X? I said, well, I voted for Al Pacino. He was nominated 8 times and hadn't won. I was nominated 3 times and I had already won. Do you think they're prejudiced against Italian Americans? For whatever reason, he hadn't won, but then he did. Are there prejudices? Yeah, on both sides, on all sides. That's human nature. Is that the only reason? No, I don't believe that. I'm living proof that it's not true. So
very cool.
There's my
way to set the record straight.
There's my way of trying to make sure we see both sides.
How did you quote Morgan Freeman before where he's like, this is, I mean, how bad was the misquote, bro?
I think you just need to go listen to our Top Gun podcast.
I haven't listened to the second one because I haven't seen the show. The first one made me want to watch it very badly.
So you haven't seen
Nope.
any Top Gun?
No, I haven't seen Maverick.
Oh, okay. Well, get ready to live.
Yeah, I'm
and you
really
probably
excited.
should come see it here.
I literally told Peach we should go see it at Chris's house.
I think you and your wife and me and my wife she would actually be down for that.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
It's awesome. All right. Back to Prey.
And now back to your regularly scheduled
Should you
Predator
watch
podcast.
this? All right. The description is Naru, a skilled warrior of the Comanche Nation, fights to protect her tribe against one of the first highly evolved predators to land on Earth. Kind of a spoiler. I mean, I guess the trailer shows a predator, so I guess it's not that spoilery.
Yeah.
Directed by Dan Trachtenberg. Trachtenberg.
Yeah.
Trachtenberg. Director of 10 Cloverfield Lane.
I actually never saw that. I know it got really good reviews, but I never saw it.
You need to see it.
I was like anti-scary things for a while. I'm getting better.
It's not scary. There's some references because it's in that realm of what's that? Cloverfield, the movie Cloverfield. It's
I
in
never
that.
saw that either.
It's in the realm of like aliens landing, not like good ones, not like ET, but ones that want to kill you.
I haven't seen any of the Cloverfield stuff.
These
Isn't
two,
John Goodman in the 10 Cloverfield Lane?
Yes, and he's a national treasure.
I know. I love him so much.
Very good actor for many reasons, and I won't want to spoil it for you, but
Okay.
you should see it for sure. I don't know. That's the only other main, like he's done a lot of shorts, but other than that, that's the biggest film. And the reason why there was a 7-year gap between 10 Cloverfield Lane and Prey was because he was working on Prey for like 6 years.
Did he write it?
No.
No,
But
he
he
found a
worked on
script and then he developed it from there for 7 years.
Like 6 years.
I mean, that's kind of like Maverick. Wasn't that not a super accomplished director, and now he has the number one movie of all time?
Yeah, he had some weird like lists, movie lit on his list.
Yeah. That's craziness. Brand, dude, we work with brands a lot. Brand does not matter like it used to. And you're even now maybe seeing a trend to where the Spielberg brand or these brands that these directors have, not as big a deal.
Yeah.
We know the formula. We'll just get that dude off the street. He's not asking for a cut of the 1.4. Sorry, Steve. I don't know.
Yeah, there's at least a door open for that kind of stuff, more than there was a long time ago in the studios. But Spielberg still can command what he needs to command, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So top billed stars are Amber Mid-Thunder.
I looked her up. I was so happy to see that she had such a traditional Native American name.
Yeah.
It was like really cool.
And Naru and
Yeah.
Dakota Beavers
So good.
as Tabu. I think that's, I don't know. I don't remember. Her brother's name's Tabu.
Yeah.
And Dane Deligro.
How do you spell that?
DILIEGRO. Deligro.
Nice.
Deligro
Yeah.
as the Predator.
I know, man.
Dane Deligro.
What happened to
Ian White?
they just unwhitewashed Predator.
Whitewashed the Predator.
Dang it.
And gave it to another white tall guy. But we couldn't have Kevin Peter Hall because he's no longer with us.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. We'll talk a little bit about all the Predator actors who have donned the suit in a little bit, but runtime of 1 hour 39 minutes, rated R. Genre on Rotten Tomatoes says action adventure, and IMDb says action adventure drama. So I've done this in the past. I don't know, 7 or 8 movies. I like to look these up. I'm only going to read action and drama, okay? Because we've done adventure quite a bit, but should contain numerous scenes where this is the rubric from IMDb. Should contain numerous scenes where action is spectacular and usually destructive. Often includes non-stop motion, high energy, physical stunts, chases, battles, and destructive crises, floods, explosions, natural disasters, fires, etc. Note if a movie contains just one action scene, even if prolonged, i.e. airplane accident, it does not qualify. And then this is where I draw the line. I don't think this is a drama, but they say should contain numerous consecutive scenes of characters portrayed to affect a serious narrative throughout the title, usually involving conflicts and emotions.
I think you could say drama. As I was talking about this with my wife, who we watched it together, so we were like doing a quick refresher on, what happened and, what we remembered. She said there is kind of a cool, almost Sigourney Weaver, I don't want to be a gatherer, kind of a feminine empowerment arc where I want to be a hunter. And there is that drama with her mom and with the rest of the group. I don't know. I think it might be a stretch to call this a drama. This is definitely a sci-fi. Why didn't either of these say sci-fi? There's an alien. So, but I guess
that's what I'm trying to say. Is
it's much more that than a drama.
Think it should be action, sci-fi, maybe adventure. Action, sci-fi.
Yeah.
That's it. All
adventure. Right. She literally is going on that kind of I don't know what they called it in the movie. I can't remember, but where she she becomes a hunter.
Her walkabout.
I don't.
That's not the right.
No, I can't remember either. But exactly,
that's from Australia.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, to your point, you were talking about you're comparing her to Sigourney Weaver. The thing that I like more about Sigourney Weaver's character Ripley in Aliens is she wasn't complaining about her status. She wasn't complaining about, hey, I'm a woman and I'm strong. She just was a woman and she was strong and she didn't let anyone walk all over her.
Yeah.
Granted, this character
Weaver's the goat of that role.
Well, I think Linda Hamilton too in Terminator
also
does
yes.
a very good job as well.
This is because she's younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, the youth, that kind of petulant, demanding, life hasn't really quite had a chance to beat the shit out of her yet. And so, yeah, I don't know. I really like that though. Way more than I thought. I set my expectations at 0. I wanted to see the Predator do cool shit, period. So I was really pleasantly surprised by a lot of the things they did in the film.
I remember months ago when you said, I think you were kind of talking to the audience, like, we need to just give more of our money to these things.
We've got to support it.
So we can get more of the Predator. That's the only way we can do this.
I feel the same about the new Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
If you want more Lord of the Rings shit, shut up. Give constructive feedback. Help them get it going, but don't boycott it. I want more. I don't care if it's terrible.
I think that's unique too, because you need the content to support it.
And they only have like a weird sliver of
and there's not
license.
Any more left. I mean, there's the Cimmerillion. That's what it is. Yeah. And that's like not a narrative. There's just many
There's
stories.
Some cool stuff. I mean, it'd be cool to learn more about Morgoth and I mean, Morgoth's way more badass than the Sauron, but they just don't, the family won't release it. But the family might if they, see the support from the fan base. I don't know. They don't need any more money.
Probably not now. Yeah.
Please support the things you like and shut up.
Yeah. Don't be so angry.
Yeah. Give feedback, but we don't need trolling, dude. I want more stuff.
Speaking of IMDb, the rating from IMDb is 7.2 out of 10 from 174,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes gives us a 93% from.
These are so high. I really liked it, and I don't know if I disagree, but I'm surprised that other people agree because I'm a fan. We love them.
Yeah.
So, I'd agree with those, but I'm really taken aback that so many people agree with
Well, that's really high from 269 critics, right?
Yeah.
93%. And then 73% from 5,000 plus audience ratings. Yeah. So more tempered there.
Yeah.
But at the time of this recording, you can stream this only on Hulu, as it is a Hulu-made film. Or you can purchase the digital copy. Can you purchase this?
I didn't see that option. I don't remember seeing it.
I kind of want to look this up. You've got to be able to purchase it. Okay, so it will be. There is a Blu-ray release expected, so you'll be able to buy this. But right now, you can't buy a digital copy because they're trying to make you go to Hulu to watch it.
It's exclusive content.
Yeah, but you can buy it later. Let's get into the newest and most popular segment of the show is Popcorn Reviews the Reviews.
I'm so pumped.
Okay, so I have selected 3 of the worst reviews and 3 of the best reviews of just normal people.
I hope some of the reviews are just because they hate... Dude, I'll tell you a story after you're done.
Okay. So, I turned it off, says Liam Don, he says, what movie is everyone watching? Have we all forgotten what makes a good movie? The trailer for this movie was done perfectly. One pet peeve I had while watching it was that since it's a movie about Native Americans, it should be told in the Native American tongue. This film makes no sense when it comes to language. They speak English, but then they'll mention a Native American term. Then they meet a Frenchman who speaks English, but he's talking to the main character in Comanche. But it's English. It makes no sense. Stick to the one language. 1 out of 10 stars.
What? That's the worst review you've ever had on the show. The coldest take in history
about such a specific hot take. So the reason why I brought this up is I actually read about this, and it's a thing that happens a lot in movies where you have foreign languages. It happened in like Valkyrie, which is probably egregious because they switch from German to like a British accent, which is really weird.
Yeah.
But like movies like Hunt for Red October, for example, they start in Russian and then there's this transition where they go to English so that you don't have to dub the whole. You don't
have to read subtitles the whole time.
Yeah. So this is from an interview with the director, and he talks about this. So this is for you, Liam Down. During an interview with Slash Film, director Dan Trachtenberg mentioned the film's creative team struggled with what he called the Hunt for October thing. So he even references that movie, where the characters speak Russian before transitioning into English. He said they never quite came up with a way to make that work. So instead, the film was shot in English and Comanche. Both languages are spoken, but when you hear English, it's as if it's Comanche, he said. But when Jahan is speaking to us on Hulu, there will be a Comanche dub of the movie, which is available now. You can go watch this in Comanche. So you can watch the entire movie in Comanche with the original actors returning to perform their roles. In an interview with Empire, Trachtenberg went on to say, there's a lip match, choosing words to match the actors' mouth movements as close as possible that we can do now. It won't be like watching old kung fu movies. So they're going to use like AI. Maybe they've already, obviously probably already done it because this was an interview, but to match their mouth movements to the Comanche so you can actually watch it as they're saying Comanche with it dubbed in English, which I think would be cool to go watch it that way.
It would be cool.
Because
a lot of it is very visually told, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
And when I'm watching like foreign films, like Korean films specifically, I love to hear the Korean and watch and read the subtitles.
I was watching a stand-up comedian, and this woman was from, I think, Colombia. And my wife speaks Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. I'm watching it with the English subtitles, and this woman is speaking in Spanish. It was a revelation how important inflection and timing. It's really hard to read a joke. And I started getting like really involved in paying attention. So she would say a joke and then there'd be a pause and then she'd land the punchline and my wife's laughing. Well, dude, I read that whole sentence and then didn't get the punchline because, I mean, it was still funny.
Yeah.
But it didn't hit because there wasn't that pause between what she was going to say and it being unexpected.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of, I mean, it's so much more fun, to your point, in the native language that it's being spoken than seeing the subs not match.
I remember I turned on, I hadn't watched Squid Games for a long time, and I was like, I got to do this. It's like a homework assignment. I just had to do it.
Yeah.
And I remember turning on the dubbed version, not I don't think I meant to. I just turned it on and I was like, this is hot trash. And I found the settings and changed it immediately. Because I was like, it sounds so weird.
Hearing the native, there's something about each language that needs to be inflected the right way. And I don't know what they're saying. It just feels better for sure.
Exactly. All right. More reviews. UGGEIRVF says, if you're a Predator fan, do not watch, in all caps. The Predator itself was well made and fun to watch, but the main character, a 50-kilogram girl that couldn't take on a rabbit, suddenly takes down a 4'5", that must be in meters, full-grown man in a parkour-style fight scene, and then handedly continues to take on a predator by herself. 1 out of 10 stars.
I mean,
so he didn't like that.
He's not racist. He's sexist. I expected more racism here. We got some sexism. I love it.
Correct.
I love it.
Correct.
Get the fuck out of here, Agavers guy.
All right, here's the title of this review. Women are our saviors again, says Dildo.
Like DILL space DOE. Oh, yes.
So Dildo says this film takes a great franchise and turns it into another in a long line of feminist woke trash. Our savior from this unstoppable evil is, of course, a powerful woman. All the men in this film, as per usual, are portrayed as evil murderers, incompetent knuckle draggers, and backward misogynists. And all will die in the grisly death that they so rightly deserve. 1 out of 10 stars.
The narratives people put to these, I mean, FYI, bro, Alien, we just talked about Sigourney Weaver. I mean, you talk about Terminator, like...
And I guarantee you that guy loves aliens.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and Alien, probably.
Yeah, of course he did. People are just trash, dude. Racist, sexist, just judgy pieces of shit. Sorry.
Those.
I really expected more out of you, dildo. How about you, don't?
Don't. All right, here's another one. Very surprised, says love to spooge.
He should meet anyway.
I know. That's why I put that in there. The trailer did not do this film justice. I originally had not planned on watching this because of the previous installments in the trailer. However, due to the positive reviews both here and Rotten Tomatoes, I decided to give it a chance. And boy, did I not regret it. 10 out of 10 stars.
I mean, that's not a review. This is the review on his movie selection process.
Yeah. This is how Love to Splooge gets his movie selection going. All right. Cos minus.
Is it really twice?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Says worth watching and then some. And then he gives us a warning, an important disclaimer. He says important. Watch Predator 2 from the year 1990 with Danny Glover first to better understand this movie.
There's like one tie-in, dude.
Yeah, it's not necessary. But he says, it's kind of funny as this is the first not to hold the series name Predator, but it's the best of them all. I just watch it and I have no words. It's a 10 stars movie, hat down. Hat down. And thank you for the first Predator movie that is not trash. This movie is very good.
Wait.
10 out of 10 stars.
You have to be finding English second language reviews.
I just love how he writes things.
Hat down.
Hat down.
Yeah, hat down the best. Does he like Predator 2 or no? You should watch it even though it's trash just so you can get the single. Maybe there's more really small ones. I can only think of one.
Predator 2 is not trash.
It's not trash.
It is cool and fun and exciting and
but he said all of the rest of them were trash.
No. Oh yeah.
At the end, he contradicted himself.
He says, thank you for the first Predator movie that is not trash. So yeah, I guess he's saying Predator 2 is trash by the process of elimination.
All
are trash.
Yeah, he basically hates his franchise except for this movie.
He even hates the first one.
This is wild, dude.
All right.
What was that guy's name again?
Cos minus. The last one, and not least, Stan Gee says, pray, it's that good. Remember, as you read this is only my opinion. Like everyone, we all have at least one. This movie is most entertaining. It was designed for that purpose, not meant to teach you about life or have any social redeeming values. It was pure entertainment. This is a movie you can sit back and enjoy. Then to these are those who watch a movie just to tear it apart with stupid criticism. Take it for what it is and enjoy it. A movie made with a cast of Native Americans in lead and supporting roles. One of the first movies in the modern era not dominated by the white man, playing the roles as Native Americans. This movie is worth watching, maybe even more than once. 10 out of 10 stars.
Yeah, I love it. They're also not Italians playing Native Americans.
True.
Which has also been problematic for Hollywood. I actually generally agree with every single thing that guy said. He just seemed to say it kind of poorly, but
correct.
Yeah, I love exactly what he said.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
That brings us to the hottest segment in podcasting right now. Should or shouldn't you watch this? 5 reasons why you should watch this. Please add to them.
Okay.
Here's my 5 reasons.
Okay.
Number 1, if you have watched any of the other 4 Predator movies or AVP movies, I think you should watch this.
Absolutely, dude.
Right?
It is a Predator movie.
Okay. If you've seen one of those, you should watch this one.
If you like Predator in any capacity, you should watch this. I think it definitely belongs here. It is a Predator movie. You should watch it if you like Predator.
And I say that with a question because you said one of your acquaintances.
Oh my gosh, dude! I talked to a guy who is likes Predator. He's not a sci-fi guy.
Yeah,
but he literally is like, I turned it off because I just was sitting there watching them damn Indians the whole time.
Oh no! You're like, hey, you got to watch it for more than 30 minutes.
I really loved that. You almost got one of the things we love about Predator was how you got to see him repairing his gear and all these little cool moments. You kind of got to see those moments with the Native American group, which I liked. Yeah. You got kind of the same look that we love of Predator, but of the protagonist.
Yeah.
I love that.
While also giving you almost like an origin story. This is 300 years ago. The first time he's come to Earth.
You got to set the scene, man. I love a slow, I love a slow build.
Yes.
I don't need you to rush through the setup.
No.
I like the 80s style where you've got the opening credits are 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then it's 15 minutes to follow some strange shot into a coffee shop, and then you meet the character after the first half hour. I love that shit. And this did a lot of that kind of slow build at the beginning.
Yeah.
So if you don't like that, get over it because it's awesome.
So number 2, if you wished that Dances with Wolves was more violent, this is for you.
I mean, this is better than Dances with Wolves, but
it's a different movie. I was just trying to make a joke.
Your joke at the beginning is the best.
Okay.
Dances with Predators, dude.
If you're interested in seeing the first Predator to visit Earth, then this is for you, which you mentioned already.
Yep.
Number 4, if you want to see some awesome Predator kills, this is for you.
Genuinely cool.
There's some really good ones in this. The CGI wasn't bad. It was good.
The blood was like kind of over the top, but that was literally my only criticism of the CGI at all. It was really good.
True. And last but not least, if you are racist, sexist, hate aliens, and don't want to have a good time, then this isn't for you.
Yeah, exactly. Well said.
As we've seen from the reviews.
It's amazing how polarizing having a different skinned actor or just a different group playing a lead role can be. Maybe I grew up in like a sheltered utopia. This racist shit still surprises me all the time. I just don't get it, man. It's wild.
Yeah. Dude, I love the Mid Hunter. What did I say? Mind Hunter?
Mind Hunter?
Mid Thunder.
Oh.
Her name is Mid Thunder.
Yes.
I loved her acting. I loved her makeup was dope. I loved
it.
Just how she felt like and I know she's American Indian, but I also know I just liked how she carried herself.
I loved it too, dude. She did
awesome.
such a great job, and I loved how they portrayed her as kind of an angsty teen who didn't want to fit these stereotypes. She's almost like the Native American version of like my sister being emo when we were 14, and everyone kind of goes through that phase, but her arc was really good.
Yeah.
Her character was really well done.
Really good. All right, that brings us to.
Wait, you got to watch because there's the dog.
Oh, is there any other?
I think you should watch this if you like dogs. The hero dog arc is sick. I know it's little.
Her dog.
But her dog is so cool.
Her dog is really dope. So if you're a dog lover.
Yeah, she kind of like uses tools. She is only 50 stone, as whatever dildo said. But she uses her surroundings, and she has this dog. And I mean, it's really cool.
Yeah, it's dope. Any other reasons that we missed?
I'll shut up now. I mean, so many, but I'll shut up.
All right. Let's get into By the Numbers.
For God's sake, just give me the damn number!
All right, so there is no box office
Yeah,
numbers.
I was going to say, like, I wonder where he's going with this. Is Hulu.
But I looked it up because that's my job. And the crack team at Should You Watch This with the Popcorn Priest. According to Nielsen, Prey was watched over 585 million minutes in its first 3 days.
What a weird way to put that data.
That's the best way they can do for streaming. But meaning it was watched about 5.8 million times by Hulu, according to their subscribers. The film is 100 minutes long. The film debuted to the number 4 streaming movie position in that week, falling behind Lightyear on Disney Plus. This
is way better than that.
Yeah, with 1.3 billion minutes watched. And Uncharted and Purple Hearts on Netflix, which was 1.01
What is
billion.
Purple Hearts?
I don't know.
I've never even heard of that.
I know Uncharted. I watched that. It was fun.
I played every game. I forgot to watch it. I want to watch it. Dude, it's a video game version of Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, I don't care about any of the problematic stuff.
Yeah.
Could not care less.
Take a gummy and enjoy it. It's very good.
Okay, I'm in.
So let's see. Oh yeah, 828 million minutes respectively for the Purple Hearts, which I'm not familiar of. I'm sorry. Prey did beat out some other major hits though, landing ahead of Netflix The Gray Man. And then listen to this. Hulu's Prey, the 5th installment and prequel in the Predator series, topped again the next week all streaming movies for the week ending August 14th. According to new data from Just Watch, which tracks more than 20 million users' monthly streaming choices across 54 countries. So it had legs.
Yeah. I like that. I'm telling you, please support. I want more of this.
And when I was reading those reviews, and I cherry picked the ones that we listened to, but a couple of them were saying that there's bots making the reviews so high. And I don't think so. Maybe there is a little bit.
I mean, I'm definitely into those kinds of conspiracies, but
it definitely was rated very high.
The only way that you could start doing that is based on like the amount of marketing dollars. And it's not like there was none, but there's going to be more marketing dollars and towards getting reviews for something like Lightyear than this. And this has a better review. I just don't know that you're going to get it to a 93% with critics if someone with a lot more money didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think people are racist, and that's like how they're justifying that they didn't watch it because they're racist
and sexist.
Like it is a legitimately good movie.
Yeah. A couple other numbers. As of August 9th, 2022, this show is now the highest rated Predator movie in the entire franchise, according to Rotten Tomatoes, and the all-time highest viewed premiere of any TV show and movie on Hulu ever.
Really?
Yeah.
That's saying something. They've had some pretty good Hulu original content.
Yeah, like the shows that they do, like series and stuff.
Yeah.
The Handmaid's Tale is like super popular. So, yeah, I mean, Very cool. Some more numbers. Dane DeLegro, who plays the Predator, is 6'9" which is 5.5 inches shorter than Kevin Peter Hall, who played the original Predator. Hall was 7 feet 2.5 inches tall.
That's just crazy. What about our other boy, dude? How tall is he?
Ian White.
Yeah, Monsieur.
He follows me, by the way.
He's a fan of the podcast.
7'1".
Oh wow,
Ian White.
No idea why he's not reprising his role there.
I don't know. I wish that he was. I messaged Alec Gillis, who was the guy behind the design of this Predator and other Predators. He was part of the Stan Winston team back in the 80s.
Very cool.
He's still doing special effects work, and when I was on his Instagram feed, and I said he was talking about AVP because it was his like 25th anniversary or 20th anniversary of the first one.
Old. Holy crap!
Maybe it's not that. I don't know. It was its birthday when
Could be,
it came
2002.
out. Anyway, I said my favorite AVP movie and favorite Predator was Ian White.
Very cool.
So, and Ian White liked my post. So,
very cool.
Thanks, Ian. That's some more numbers. I only have two more. Speaking of the Predator, Dane DeLegro performed all the acting, stunts, and motion capture for the character without a stunt double. And that's not a number, but it was related to the comment I just said. Adding to the challenge of maintaining his beast mode posture to hide the length of the neck, which we're going to get into next week a little bit. But according to what I read, all the servos and stuff were in the head, and his head is in the neck. So they didn't want it to look like this super elongated neck. So every time they started filming, he had to like hunch his shoulders up and move his head down to get in. And that's why they call it beast mode. That was the term. Like, hey, getting ready to start, you need to hunch your shoulders up. So
is he like 3 inches shorter after filming this?
Probably.
Jeez.
So he had to withstand hot weather and the weight of the feral. That's what they call the feral. It's the feral Predator, the suit. As foggy and overcast as certain scenes in the film appear, it could be blazing hot at times. DeLegro would flex his arm and sweat would just drip right out of the foam latex, said Gillis, the guy who designed it.
Jeez.
We did the math, and between his body weight and the creature suit, he was about 300 pounds. Dane weighs about 240.
Whoa.
So that's 60 pounds of rubber on the guy, plus all the sweat and liquid in it.
Sounds terrible.
Sounds horrific.
Sounds so bad, dude.
Yeah, I don't think we get... That's why I reached out to Ian White, because I was just like, we don't give enough credit to these guys who sit behind the mask. And they do really great work. And I guess the only guy that I can think of that has really gotten the acclaim that he deserves is the guy who played Gollum.
Oh, Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis. I mean,
it's so wild that he's just an actor now.
He's a director too.
And that he literally where he came from to where he is a crazy cool story. Yeah. Serkis is a great example.
But not a lot of
I don't know of a single other person.
Yeah.
Yeah. To see him in like the Black Panther movie where he's just himself almost.
He's just a villain.
Not no CGI. Was really cool. He does such a great job.
His accent and everything there looks cool.
So cool.
Yeah.
No, great example, man.
Last number is released 35 years after the original Predator, 1987.
Oh my gosh, dude. That is a depressing statistic.
35 years.
Wow.
Anything you want to bring up before we close this non-spoilery part 1 of Prey?
I mean, just in the essence of the show, you should watch this.
Yeah, it's good. And if you can accept it for what it is, it's a tale of the Comanche Nation.
It's
300 years ago.
Yeah.
It's
done in a cool way too. Again, it's a little slower moving. There's some good setup, some really beautiful wide angle shots,
really
where
cool.
you're seeing, you're probably able to see 100 miles into the distance. Really beautiful.
They filmed it up in Canada. It's beautiful.
And some of it is almost over the top, but I'm cool with it. I'm into it. So
yeah. So
you should watch this.
You should watch this. At this point, there may be some spoilers next week, so if you want to watch and then come back next week and join us for a breakdown of Prey from 2022. I'm on the social medias. I dare you to message the great Popcorn Priest at Popcorn Priest. I love movies and would love it if you'd share the love. Share this with the movie lover in your life. Just hit the button and share it.
Just do it.
Share it with someone.
Just do it.
Yes. Another way to support the show is by throwing a few shekels at the priest. Visit patreon.com/popcorn priest for details and see what extra perks you can enjoy. Lastly, the easiest way to support the show and the most free is like and subscribe.
The most free.
And give us a 5-star review. It's easier than starting your car or throwing your hatchet at the Predator. As always, thanks for listening, and thanks to my guest.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Dare.
Dr. Dare.
Always a pleasure. Join us for part 2 of Prey next week. See you guys next week.